course, at the beginning. Of course, at the end. Dis is not this. Of course, there is the in-between times when you should have been thinking of this. Off course and pissed off and heading for a disaster and a big stupid grin on my face. And of course I know this is going to end badly, but at least I can finally feel something, anything, anyone, somewhere, someone, anywhere. The scant flavor of intellectual poverty hovers in the air, and below it we give in to discontent in all of its seasons, discomfort in all that it brings to the president of these United States, disintegration in everywhere we almost went or were, disillusionment in my generation writing the word in crayon with carpal tunnel syndrome, disgust in the America we thought we decided on or at least discussed, disavowal in the admonition of a redress of grievances, either heinous or misbegotten, disappointment in the way prom night went, disaster in the beginning of the end of innuendo, disgruntled, and I don't mean the post office, disconcerted in making an effort to remember more, disingenuous in giving into the grin, disembowel just once to toughen the guts, disagreement in the blood brothered into your confidence, discarded and breathing better like grandma in the nursing home now but headed for the asylum, disembodied and risen and blinking for the first time at what they did to America, dismembered and believing in ghosts for the first time ever and finally saying what comes to mind, disproportionate and just enough to shut you up, dismantling the future with whiteout, disable the frenzied beast and practice hypnosis, dissimilar, not a virtue but a value and less than is more, disengage or otherwise protect the guise of innocence, disgracing suddenness and eventuating remains, disinterested but not glancing anywhere away from the wreck, dishonest and finally telling on Professor Plum in the ballroom with the candlestick, disadvantage and slipping one good idea into the mouth of the administration, disenfranchised and ballooned up like the ruination of a generation, disfigured and drunk and high and still representing all that is pure and holy, disaffected and appearing as if for the first time on this mutating platform of peaceful hostility, disappearing into the dark of the oblivious October moon that spits up November, discourse in the way a fat lip feels when you speak American English, disarrange the spill and pretend the plans were always planned, disarm the one who remembers how strong the army was when it was plastic, disassociated and excited and coming on the windshield of any Volkswagen downtown America, disappointed and holding a high head up in an air balloon and betting on a fire, disbarred and pondering the possibilities of drink, disassembling and publicly telling everyone in eyesight to scatter, disclaim but hail the winning of some man's war, disclosure and a humble man eating pie with all the lions watching, discomfort in the way old men turn pining into woodwork, discredit in the slice of 1,000 red flags going up in unison in a desert, discount a sale online of weapons grade anything and have a good username and password, disinformation adored and spent on the last gray lines of America absurd, disorganize, set up and stir up smoke wherever possible, disqualify and always one for winning, distort what any handshake, any nod, any wink would erase, displace the junky will of fire, of water, of earth, of sky, dispossess the present and past the future, discontent the fall of my, of course, at the beginning, of course, at the end, of course, the scant flavor of intellectual poverty hovering in the air above and below, and so we blow apart the idea of dis.